In a quiet village surrounded by mountains and fields, there stood an old school with a tall clock tower. At the top of that tower hung a large bronze bell. It had not rung in many years. The villagers called it the Silent Bell. Every morning, children walked to school, passing the tower and wondering why the bell never rang. It was beautiful, but silent. This is the story of how one boy helped bring the bell back to life. His name was Aaron. He was 11 years old, with curious eyes and a backpack full of pencils and dreams. He loved asking questions, sometimes too many. His teachers would say, one morning, while walking to school with his little sister, Aaron looked up at the bell tower. Aaron, why doesn't that bell ever ring, sister? Mama says it stopped a long time ago. Something about a broken rope, Aaron. But ropes can be fixed. That day in class, while others were solving math problems, Aaron was thinking about the bell. What would it sound like? Why did no one repair it? During history class, Aaron raised his hand. Aaron, teacher, do you know why the bell in the tower is silent? The teacher smiled. She loved stories. Teacher, a long time ago, that bell rang every morning to call students to school. Its sound echoed through the village. But one winter, a strong storm broke the bell's rope and cracked the wooden frame. Since then, no one has fixed it. Aaron, why not, teacher? Some say it's too old. Others say it's better to leave it silent. As a memory, Aaron didn't agree. He believes something old could still be useful. That night, Aaron couldn't sleep. He looked out of his window at the tower, standing tall under the stars. He made a decision, Aaron whispering, I'm going to fix that bell. The next day, he brought a notebook to school, not for lessons, but for plans. He wrote down what he would need: rope, a ladder, maybe some help. He spoke to the school janitor. Mr. Ramesh, Aaron, do you know how to get up to the bell tower? Mr. Ramesh laughing. Why? Are you planning to fly, Aaron? No, I want to fix it. Mr. Ramesh, you're a brave boy. I'll show you, but promise you'll be careful, Aaron promised. On Saturday morning, with his backpack full of tools and a new rope, Aaron returned to the school. Mr. Ramesh unlocked the tower's old wooden door. Inside, the stairs creaked under Aaron's small feet. Dust danced in the sunlight coming through tiny windows. Finally, he reached the top. The bell was huge, taller than he expected. The old rope was torn and tangled, hanging like a forgotten memory. Aaron worked carefully. He tied the new rope with tight knots and tested it several times. Hours passed. His hands were sore, but he smiled. Aaron to himself, almost ready. On Monday morning, the sun rose slowly over the village. Birds flew in the sky. Farmers walked to their fields. Children walked to school, sleepy and silent. Then, at exactly 7:30 a.m., a sound filled the air. Dong, dong, dong. The bell rang, loud and clear, like a giant voice returning from a long dream. People stopped in their tracks. Doors opened. Heads turned. Children looked up in wonder. Sister gasping, the bell, it's ringing. Inside the school, teachers and students stared at the tower. No one knew who had done it until Aaron walked in, his hands a little dirty, his smile wide. That afternoon, the headmaster called a special assembly. Headmaster, today, something special happened. Our bell rang for the first time in many years. And we have a young student to thank, Aaron. Everyone clapped. Aaron blushed. Headmaster, he reminded us that history is not just to be remembered. It can be revived. From that day on, the bell rang every morning. Aaron was given the job of ringing it, and people began calling it not just the silent bell, but Aaron's bell.